I'm reading it over and over again.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm like, hi, I'm Denise Whetzel from Battleborn Offroaders. We are a group that is about 1,600 strong now, and we focus on community service and conservation. We are a Nevada nonprofit, and we got into off-roading probably all our lives. We used to live in Southern California. It's a little more limited there. We moved up to Fernley in 2012, off and on full-time from the last 5 years. And just seeing all the land that's out here and all the opportunity to off-road was just extremely interesting. We got started with off-roading probably with my dad's 70s Land Cruiser, which was fun and not fun. So I decided when it was time, I wanted my Jeep. And so we got a 2012 Jeep first, and I drove that until the motor said no, and then I got my 16 JKU. And we liked the Jeep so well that for our son's first vehicles, they both had Jeeps. Our son Zachary had a black YJ we bought from this pirate, and we were driving it home on the freeway, and I was in the truck behind, and my husband was riding, and it spewed oil all over my windshield on traffic, stop and go traffic on the 91 freeway and road construction down in Southern California. That was my first kid's Jeep experience, and I wasn't very happy with that Jeep, but it was fun. It was a little stick shift, and Zach had to learn how to drive the stick shift, and he just loved that Jeep. Then when our son Spencer got old enough, he got his first Jeep, and it was a very beautiful YJ, and it was lifted to where the tires hit me about waist high and the body was above that. And I had a hard time getting into that vehicle, but he loved it. And they still continued to be Jeep people, from XJs to my daughter-in-law now is hooked. She's got the XJ that she just stole and took it from my son, and it's hers. And you can hear that thing coming from a mile away. That exhaust is something. And yeah, so then we bought a Samurai, but then we decided that wasn't the way to go. And so a few years ago, we bought a 76 CJ5, and I love that little vehicle. Last spring, I detailed it, stripped it down, fixed rust with some help of some very willing or unwilling friends, and Raptor lined it, and it just made its debut at the 4th of July parade this last 4th of July in Fernley. Yeah, it was great. It's got a little exhaust leak that needs to be fixed, but other than that, it drove really well. Little 3-speed, it's really fun. There's just something about Jeeps. I didn't even know about the Jeep Wave until I got my first one, and my son's like, "Mom, now you got to wave to all the Jeeps." I said, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "There's a Jeep Wave." And I said, "All right, well, tell me about this Jeep Wave." So now it's like I wave to all the Jeeps, and I love it when they wave or flash their headlights. It's just knowing where the tradition came from, that it was back in the military as a way to take place of the salute. It makes it a little more fun. And Jeeps are wonderful. They're fun to drive. You can have endless amount of things you can do, or modifications or no modifications. And it's kind of fun that now in the most current ones, they've started adding those little Easter eggs. So some people are finding geckos. Mine had only the little windshield Jeep climbing, but one of my friends had the Sasquatch on hers. And you know, it's a good community. And whether it's a all girls group where they're learning about how to do vehicles. I never knew how to take care of a vehicle or anything. And with Jeeps, it's something that, you know, you can do as much with or as little with that you want, and it's all good. Normally you go out, and if something breaks, the guys are the ones that fix it. You know, "Oh, I need my oil changed. Oh, I don't know how to do a flat. How do I do this winch?" But we had a very large group of girls, and we had trainings, and we off-roaded by ourselves, and some of that went into like cross country where you couldn't use maps. You actually use, I mean you can use your GPS. You have to actually use the maps and navigate, and it was something that it was okay to be a girl that liked vehicles. And we actually had one of the stores down there that would cater to us. And that's what I keep telling the stores up here. Who shops more? I know it's kind of a little bit, but really, if you want someone who's going to buy your accessories and do things, then you need to cater to the females because we love to shop. I had my own credit card just for my Jeep, and that was my husband didn't like it, but I did.